Hi Taurus, welcome to your April 2020 tarot reading. And I want to wish a happy birthday to the Taurus sons who will be celebrating their birthdays the second half of April this month. So Taurus, we are going to start out by getting you an oracle card. But before we do so, we have to have a little bit of a talk, okay? It was very difficult, nearly impossible. I guess we'll just say it was difficult to connect with you guys. So I'm gonna have to explain this as I go. Me as a tarot reader, I like to connect to the ruling tarot card for the zodiac sign I'm reading for. Okay, that's just my way of really connecting with the cards. That's my way of the cards communicating with me that they're ready to read a specific zodiac sign. So for you, Taurus, it's the Hierophant card. And I have been sitting here trying to connect to your energy for about an hour now. So there's just something, I finally decided to follow my intuition and just take that as a sign. I want to get your reading done tonight because of certain timelines and, so I did go ahead and decide to just do your reading. And I've actually never done this before. I usually take that as a sign that it's not time to do a certain zodiac signs reading. And I'm recording this on April 16th, so I'm wondering what you guys are feeling. The moon is squaring you guys in Aquarius right now, so that might just be... I just think you're really hidden in April, Taurus, and there is a new moon in your sign at the end of April. It's in a few days, honestly. It's the 24th. And that new moon, I'm going to have a video for that if you want to check that out later on in the month, but I feel that it's dark. It's definitely dark energy. You may be feeling a bit emotional. But yeah, I feel there may be something that someone or something that you want to connect with in April that is nearly impossible to connect with. And others may be feeling this way about you. I just want to take everything I go through in these readings as a sign. So we'll talk a little bit more about that. I just wanted to start the reading. But we are going to get you an oracle card from the Whispers of Nature, because this time of year we do have significant weather changes, and I feel nature speaks the most to us around this time. So we're going to pull an oracle card from this very nature-y deck, okay? To start your reading off. And this is just something that may help you to hear in April. It's just something of importance for this reading. So what is the message for Taurus? Give me one solid card for the zodiac sign Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Rising for April 2020. So what is the message for Taurus? And we are going to read from the book, you guys, and then we'll get started on the tarot. So give me a card for Taurus, please, for April 2020. And we have, oh wow, the card Perfect Setting. I'm not sure if you can see the details of that card very well, but perfect setting. So already there's something about some kind of environment around you. You may be trying to create this. The bottom of the deck is gratitude and appreciation. So I feel like this is a message about Taurus really being grateful and appreciative for some kind of setting. And I really feel an environmental energy with setting. Okay, and you can see this person is painting. There may be some painters out there, but that's a metaphor for anything creative that you might be doing in April. I know a lot of us are spending a lot of time at home, Taurus, with everything going on in the world right now. So yeah, perfect setting. Let's go ahead and read from the book, and then we'll talk more about what was going on in those cards for you. So this is card number 9. I don't know if April 9th was important or if September is an important month. Taurus, you may need to connect back with the earth. We got page 26, so the 26th of April may be important to someone out there. Someone may be turning 26 years old. So, perfect setting. If you have a goal or a vision, be sure to provide the right surroundings for that dream to flourish. Positive self-talk, affirmations, being kind to yourself, celebrating your talents and success, all of these create fertile soil for your dreams to take root and grow. Sometimes when you push too hard, it can hinder the harmonious unfolding of your journey. Trust the process, relax, and allow nature to take its course. Belief and positive support is needed to accomplish your goal. Keep in mind, nature makes growing and blossoming look effortless, but the secret is in all the details. Position, sun, soil, air, water, nourishment. Make sure you are taking the steps necessary to attain your perfect environment. So where you are in April, Taurus, is important. Your environment. I know your birthday is the Taurus. If you're watching and you're a Taurus sun, then your birthday is definitely a thing. And I know it's probably not going exactly as you might have planned several months ago. But this is definitely about just being okay with what's surrounding you. Okay, and we may refer back to this card, but I see a woman here who's literally painting a sunset. Okay, so that's like creating your own happiness. Okay, if you could envision the perfect setting for yourself in April and going into May, what would that be, Taurus? Is it outside? Are you on the beach? Are you at home, cozied up? You know, there's something about that. Now, there may be a metaphor here. That may be why I wasn't able to connect with your guys' tarot card, because of my environment. I do have a Taurus moon. I think all of this happened for a reason. So about these tarot cards here, we're still going to give you a reading, Taurus. You're just very hidden. There was a lot of metaphorical energy surrounding you. I already talked about, you trying to connect to something. But also, Taurus, I do feel that there is a huge test of patience in April for you. I don't know if you guys are feeling impatient. Taurus is very impatient at a subconscious level, because Aries is your 12th house. You try having a ram in your 12th house. It's kind of like having an Aries moon, very secretly and under the surface, very on edge all the time, right, Taurus? Some of you guys are going to resonate with that. So I do think it's going to take a little bit longer to accomplish something. There may be something in your life that requires a lot, and I mean a lot of preparation. So much so that it may be taking so long, or you may be taking so long to do something, that you begin to second guess if you should even be doing it. There was many times where I thought, maybe I'll just do the Taurus reading tomorrow, but I pushed through, and I'm just going to make the best out of, even though it's not perfect. So something you may have to do something a little unorthodox, Taurus. Uranus is in your sign. So doing things in an unpredictable way to become enlightened is a thing for you right now. I do want to say, the longer you do something, the more it's going to hurt you. There is a metaphor with that, because I have quite the blisters on my hands now from recording or from trying to connect with you, Taurus. So I just think that that's something I had to endure to really let me know that the Taurus vibration in April is, it's whether or not you're going to keep up with something, if you're going to persevere and continue to do something, or be with someone, or stay, whatever this metaphor is. It's like there's something you're doing that is painful, and the longer you do it, the more painful it gets. But you're staying. Now, this is the last thing I want to say before we really shuffle these cards. This King of Pentacles right here kept showing up. I actually decided to Taurus, literally, I tried to record your reading earlier, and my neighbors thought it was convenient to go outside and like hammer something. It was very distracting. Plus, I was going through just some physical things in my own self. So I tried to connect with you once. I thought it would be better to come back later, and I did, and now here I am an hour later, still haven't connected to you. So we're gonna have to just push through and do things a little bit strange and in a unique way, and that's fine. All this is for the better. All of this means something to you guys in April. Maybe there's something you tried to do that you weren't able to do, and you just had to do it a very strange way or something. I don't know. But the King of Pentacles and the Temperance card were the most reoccurring cards as I kept shuffling. I saw the King of Pentacles and the Temperance card so much. I also saw the Lovers card. But the King of Pentacles and the Temperance card, you could be dealing with a Sagittarius for sure. But I feel like that has to do with patience. I'm telling you, there's something here about waiting for divine timing. And it also, the King of Pentacles with the Temperance card, that's financial moderation. I feel like maybe Taurus, you guys might not be feeling very grounded in April. Some of you, and I feel that may change at the end of April when your sign comes in, when the sun enters Taurus on April 20th. I think you will feel a bit more like this King of Pentacles. Now, who is this? Because this person, I advise each and every one of you to look up the King of Pentacles, because like online, to see if there's any additional messages, because this card is definitely a card for you guys. We have the Three of Cups, so this is either an earth sign man that you guys are dealing with. This could be you, Taurus. This is a male Taurus to me. And if you're a female watching, everyone has masculine energy, so you're just, you know, really focused on worth and value in April. Okay, this is the time of year where Taurus's life really starts to shift, and your relationships start to shift and change and end and begin, and you know what I mean? There's a lot of endings subconsciously around this time of year for you, because you're coming up on your birthdays. Many of you are coming up on your birthdays, okay? So stability is something that you would really like to be. That's what would make you the happiest, right? Especially during a time like right now when everyone's worried about the lack of resources. You know, Taurus, you do rule resources in astrology. So every time somebody worries about money, or worries about if there's going to be enough food or toilet paper, you know, that's Taurus energy in the universe, because Taurus is about possessions and resources and financial stability. So I do think there's something here about waiting to be grounded, waiting on divine timing, perhaps when you're more stable to do something. Okay, but yeah, we're going to just go ahead and get shuffling here for you, Taurus. But really interesting. Really interesting, the energy surrounding your reading that I can feel as a tarot reader, okay? So let's go ahead and I'm trying to fix this light here. What's going on for Taurus for April 2020? Remember, there's something here. Maybe it's about changing your environment, Taurus, like the perfect setting, you know, in order to create something or get something done or accomplish something or just to feel nice, you know, especially because you guys are going through birthday. Now, all that shuffling and the Queen of Swords comes out. Hello, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius woman of truth, woman of clarity. But look who's at the bottom of the deck. So there's something you want to say to someone in regards to your worth, value, stability. There may be something specifically that you want to say to an earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. There may be communication about money and finances right now, but this King of Pentacles is extremely important to you all. Aside from him, though, we do have the first card coming out. You know, April, you could have came into April really kind of, you know, some people out there may think you're a little bitchy this month, Taurus. And it's just because, like, you just want the truth. You're the Queen of Swords, or this could be someone that you're dealing with. But I think this is your energy coming very strongly here. This could be the energy of a lawyer. This is like clear decision making, very mentally strong, very intellectual woman who knows the truth, okay? She's very open to communicating, but she's not always open to like emotion and things like that. So there's a very grounded conversation that may have taken place in April. Yeah, behind the King of Pentacles is the Page of Swords. So there may be something an earth sign wants to say to you, or an air sign that wants to say to you, Taurus. And this is about maybe a relationship that you haven't been in a while, a break that you took. You know, there's a lot going on with the relationships with Taurus this month, especially if you're dating water sign. We've got Gemini here too, but we have a strong love here. Some of you are dealing with Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, but not all of you. Point is there may be something that you need to know more about when it comes to stability and money. You know, this could be a husband, regardless of zodiac sign. The King of Pentacles is definitely a husband, a working man, you know, a father, a boss, whatever. But we got some kind of communication. There's something that you want to know more about. What else do we have for Taurus for April 2020? Now, this is an Aquarius woman for some of you, or a Libra. It could be Gemini as well. We just have the Gemini card. So air signs, but your thoughts, you know. And now we have a fire sign coming out, a Page of Wands. Now it just looks like something's being expressed here so far, Taurus. Okay, something is being expressed here, and it could be in a very immature yet sharp way. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know if there's someone younger here, or if there's a child here, because the Page of Wands can be the energy of someone younger, like a child, a little Aries, Leo, or Sag. But the Page of Wands is like someone who, because of this truth that you're finding as the Queen of Swords, or that someone in the situation is finding as the Queen of Swords, they're wanting to express what they're finding out, or what they're seeing, or the clarity that they're seeking. And they're going to do so kind of in a new way. The Page of Wands is definitely not the king or queen of wands. This is someone who just started the journey of the wands. So as far as creating adventure, expression, passion, those kind of things, it's like this is a very new adventure with something. Could be a passionate message that's communicated to you. There could be an air sign that communicates something passionately. But I do see quite an age difference here. In maturity, not quite, it doesn't have to literally be the age, although that may be for some of you. This looks like a woman and a child. Goodness. Bottom of the deck before we move on here is the Nine of Wands. This is that persevering energy that I had to use to connect with you, Taurus. You know, continuing to fight, not letting up easily. I have to get some water. So give me just a second. Yeah, someone here is trying to be mature mentally, but also fun. But it's like, anyways, there's some kind of battle. This could be, there's some kind of defensive something going on here. Yeah, there's an argument, or there were arguments in the past, and you're tired of it. You're tired of the mind games. You know, this Queen of Swords would literally laugh at the energy of the Five of Swords, because she excels in environments like that. Environments like these here, she is the master. There wouldn't even be this energy without this queen, because she's the queen of the swords, right? So these people here are arguing. There's definitely some mental conflict here, something that needs to change about clarity in the way that people are communicating, because these two people back here represent someone in the situation who, they're not speaking, they're not communicating. There's a decision here. Someone in the situation may feel betrayed or heartbroken, and that's why they're acting that way. Okay, but there's a woman here that knows her truth, and she's ready to express it. Show me more for Taurus. Now, this is all about the equal give and take. So, Taurus, it is about your value. You know what I mean? It's about financial moderation, like I was saying. Okay, and out comes the Star card. So, we do have Aquarius here quite strongly. There may be two different Aquariuses here, or two different Aquariuses energy. It's interesting. I see an Aquarius expressing something and someone expressing that to an Aquarius. So it's kind of like a game of telephone here. But this card also talks about hope, faith, humanity, a wish. I definitely see some like a Leo Aquarius combination. Interesting. Definitely Aquarius. Now, there's something here about healing and having faith in some kind of investment in your own value. You know, there's definitely a waiting energy. Taurus is definitely waiting on some kind of stability. But this is reaping what you sow and having faith in that. Yeah, having faith that there is happiness for you when the sun enters your sign after April 20th. That is going to shift some things for you, okay? Now we have the energy of Leo. That may be the energy of a child, but wow, there's definitely, yeah, the sun has made a cycle with you, Taurus. You know, for those of you who are Taurus suns watching, you know, you're celebrating another year of your life. So it's going to be very healing, this cycle of happiness that's coming to a close. But, you know, it may involve you moving on to calmer waters. You know what I mean? Literally, physically, metaphorically, whatever. What else do we have for Taurus for April 2020? Please show me what Taurus needs to hear. Sun, Moon, and Rising for April 2020. What's going on for Taurus? You know, April, there may be something you're questioning. Okay, so the Ten of Pentacles wanted to come out. I am going to take that card. These kind of came out afterwards, so I'm going to explain them to you. This is in regards to that happiness that we just saw with the sun at the bottom. You could be dealing with Leo. We have the card for Gemini and Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, King of Cups, Ten of Swords. So there's definitely something going on with a lover this month, Taurus. And that doesn't surprise me because we have a full moon in your 8th house. I'm sorry, we have a full moon in your 7th house of relationships on May 8th. Okay, so this is definitely a reoccurring card. Now, either you're dealing with Gemini, have Gemini energy in your chart, or this is definitely talking about a relationship. It's a choice, the card of choices, okay? There may be some kind of obstacle between you and another person this month. But there's someone here who has a lot of love for you, Taurus, or you have a lot of love for them. There's a strong emotional connection here. These are two people who have emotion for each other. Okay, this is damn near the Two of Cups. It's a soulmate. It's a twin flame. But the thing is, this may have been something that ended or that you're deciding to end. for some reason, for your own happiness, because for your own clarity. Okay, it definitely could be a Scorpio, a Gemini. And aside from zodiac signs, I mean, this is just someone who's in a lot of emotional pain because there was an ending with someone you really cared about, to say the very least, and it might have involved a home environment, a career, stability, some kind of ending going on there, because those cards came out after the Ten of Pentacles. Okay, so that choice, it could have been in regards to that. Okay, so let's get you some more cards out, and then we'll start channeling some more. But there's a lot for you to get clear about in April, Taurus. We have the Seven of Cups coming out as I say that, which tells me that you know, some of you guys have a lot of options coming in when your birthday season, when Taurus season starts at the end of the month. A lot of options, a lot of choices, and that's why the Queen of Swords is here, because you guys may be cutting out certain options that were not even real options. They were just illusions. Some of you guys are getting out of an emotionally confused state and starting to just, you know, the truth is helping you. Communication is helping you. Now, this has to do with the Eight of Pentacles, which is something you're trying to master, something you're trying to build. You know, it could be the energy of like learning or studying or teaching. There's a lot of options. It's like, which option are you willing to put in effort? You know, that's the thing, is Taurus is starting to understand the truth. You do this every time around this time of year, if you notice. Yeah, there's a lot of truth here. The truth is that you're starting to become more victorious, and you're starting to understand what you're really worth as an earth sign when it comes to what you're willing to continue to work on. Not things that are just illusions, you know, not things that are just here to confuse you, because not all that glitters is gold in this card, Taurus. Some of these options are going to make you feel things that are toxic. So it's about just choosing something, making sure you're tapping into your truth and intellectual power when it comes to these options. Now, some of you guys are gaining insight through your dreams. And that makes sense because Aries is your 12th house of the subconscious. So there is a lot of clarity there when the sun is there. And here comes the Four of Pentacles. So this is about, yeah, I felt this energy from you from the very beginning. That saving money energy, holding on tightly to the resources you have. You know, no wonder you're just kind of unavailable right now, because I think this is your main concern, Taurus, in April. Your home, your future, your stability, some kind of plan. Some of you are mothers and have families. So things like relationships and pretty much just every other facet of your life, Taurus, is, you know, for lack of a better term, taking a backseat in April. At least the Tauruses I'm reading for. You know, there's lots of you out there. All of you have different stories, but what I'm getting, especially because I couldn't connect to the Hierophant card, Taurus is super hidden. You know, keep in mind there is a Taurus new moon on the 24th, and that's going to be something that really changes things for you guys. So basically, yeah, we've got you hanging on to something you value. It could be a person. There could be children involved. If you have children, you're damn sure trying to save money, right? You're hanging on to the little bits of reality that you have left to hang on to, Taurus. Okay, Knight of Wands at the bottom of the deck. It could be a Sag, it could be an Aries, it could be a Leo. But this is something, maybe someone comes in at the end of April. They come in so quick to express to you with courage that they're still hanging on to you. I don't really get too much of a love feeling, except for when I pulled like the Lover's card just a second ago for you. But as far as the cards on the table, it's all about something that needs to be expressed, about hope, faith. There's going to be something here that renews your home. Like, there's a lot of faith here in stability, in financial security, some kind of career or plan. But there is a little bit of confusion at the end of the April, because this is like the second half of April for me to start. Yeah, you're a little bit confused about what you need to let go of and what you need to hang on tighter to. Like, there are financial opportunities here as well, opportunities, your foundation, you know, like your stability, your home, stuff like that. You're expressing these things. You've already started the month out with extreme clarity. So there is going to be some kind of charging forward message. Yeah, someone comes in and expresses something to you, Taurus. You are just sitting here counting your money. Like, you're sitting here making sure that there's going to be food on this day, and that laundry gets done on this day, and that this is clean, and that this kid is doing that, and, you know, that your wife or husband, your spouse is doing this. And then, you know, as you're focused on your value, somebody, I almost said some airhead, comes in to express something. I just remembered, Taurus, before I started recording, I accidentally said 2010 twice in your reading, so I feel there is something important about that year for you. Now, I am looking here, those of you who have Capricorn energy dealing with Capricorn, this is a soulmate as well. But this is a more challenging soulmate, one that you feel stuck with, one that you feel, or it's a toxic addiction or codependent situation. For you, it's probably codependency, Taurus, since your reading has been all about your own stability and self-sufficiency. And okay, so there's a little bit of regret here when it comes to, that's why you're defensive, okay? That's why there's been arguments. All these arguments in this, there's different relationships here, because we do have the Two of Cups. There's this relationship that you're concerned whether you're getting enough out of. There may be apologies there, and there's the Hierophant card. Let me just show you so I can prove to you I have this card. Here you are, Taurus, standing up for yourself. Yeah, Taurus, you may get into some arguments. Okay, there may be things that are said quickly to you or that you're said, but there is new water. There's a message from a water sign here too, or a message of love regarding work. Yeah, there may be some kind of apology in regards to what you're not getting. There may be some kind of gift. I know some of us are inquiring about the stimulus checks and stuff, but what I see is a relationship here where there was arguing. There's a person you're in a relationship here, or you were, and it was hard to communicate with them. There was a lot of toxicity. Maybe they were a Capricorn, a lot of defensiveness, and it left you with a lot of regrets and emotional turmoil. Okay, that might be why you're confused, whether, like, it's all about what you value enough in this situation. What option do you value, Taurus? Which one is worth holding near and dear to your hearts? But anyways, as you're saving money, as you're, assessing your new sense of self-worth and value, here comes this Knight of Wands to express something to you, Taurus, and you don't even see it coming. You're busy. Okay, and I feel like this is like the second half of April. So let's get you a couple more cards just to finish this reading. Okay, we have the Queen of Wands. So that could be the person who was just on that horse. This is a Leo woman to me. This is an Aries, a Sagittarius. But the Queen of Wands could also be, a side piece, like a woman on the side, and it's attractive woman, a third party sometimes. And again, we have Aquarius, Leo energy. There is the energy, even if you're dealing with male fire signs, they're showing up as the Queen of Wands because of their feminine energy. There's a fire sign here who values you. Now, this Queen of Wands can be who, you are there's Queen of Wands, Queen of Swords. So, these could be two facets of you that you're taking on in the month of April. Someone who is empowered mentally and empowered when it comes to taking action, passion, expression, creativity, being a leader. This is someone who's quite sassy. It could just be a female. I sense that this may be a friend. There's a woman here, though. It could be you or a friend. Something that an Aquarius expresses to you. Again, there's Aquarius expresses something, and then that is expressed to Aquarius, and then Aquarius expresses something. It's weird. It's like air, fire here. Yeah, so there may be just some kind of action you're taking. When we take action, we do embody the Queen of Wands, especially if we're doing so in a way that is confident and brave. Now, the Queen of Wands also deals with, feeling attractive, feeling desired. But here's the thing. We have the Judgment card. So if there's a fire sign, Aries, Leo, I see Leo women here. But this may be, something you feel called to do as the end of April approaches, like the last week or few days even. This could be very much like the last 4, 3, 2, 1 days of April. Where there's some kind of phone call maybe with the Judgment card, or this could just be something you really feel passionately called to do. You may be called to action, Taurus, at the end. You're going to know what it is because it may involve you letting go of an illusion, especially in regards to a home or a situation you were keeping faith in even though it was coming to a completion. This involved some of you guys what you were doing for work, because this is a career. You were working really hard, but it's you still need to heal. Yeah, definitely some kind of action that is so destined. It's almost as if the stars aligned for you to do this at the end. Behind the Judgment card, we have the Lovers. Wow, so there's a decision here, Taurus. We got Pluto energy, Gemini energy. This is the resurrection of some kind of relationship. Hello, Scorpio opposite. The Scorpio full moon May 8th is definitely going to resurrect, give you a second chance. Someone here, there's a choice to give someone a second chance. It might be this Knight of Wands, this person who's been inconsistent. whoever that person is, they would like to take an action, because here they are. They're going to call you, Taurus, and you're not even going to expect it. It could be a water sign that maybe you have to walk away emotionally from someone else. A Pisces, maybe, a Cancer, a Scorpio. I see someone here who's walking away emotionally to focus on what's real, you know, and then that's when this like passionate person comes in. But get you one last card for the very end of April, Taurus. And it's that Lover's card. So yeah, remember, this card kept coming out. So there is a choice here, and I think it's because you have multiple options, multiple living options. This is something very creative and passionate. It's a divine union. Some of you guys are going to have a very significant soulmate show up in your life the very end of April, like the last couple of days. It could be a Leo, a Gemini, a fire sign, Aquarius. We got fire, air. We don't have any water. Oh, we have water here, and we have earth, we have fire, and we have air. So you have all the elements here, Taurus. Bottom of the deck for your whole reading is the Three of Pentacles. So this is about some kind of teamwork, cooperation, collaboration, you know, everything working together. This for those of you who are still working, this is your job. Could be Instagram, social media, Twitter energy here. But the point is this is people coming together for a plan. I do sense the energy of Capricorn around you, so you may have Capricorn energy, or you may be dealing with a Capricorn. Someone here has a very toxic job. You know, jobs are very toxic right now. Ever since this stuff has started, this situation has proven to people how stuck they really are in situations at work, how unfair it can be. So some of you are bound to some kind of job or collaboration you've made with the devil. Like, someone's working with the devil here. You know, I say that lightly. Someone here is just, you know, it might be a toxic work environment. There may be toxic coworkers. If you work with a Capricorn, that may be an important. Saturn in Capricorn was a very important transit to you. But there's a toxic cycle ending when it comes to certain people you're working with and collaborating with. Some of them were just not very nice, and yeah, you're definitely moving on from that. There was a missed opportunity. You're unavailable for that because you're moving on to new love, new beginnings. There's like new money here, something you need coming in as a mother, as a wife. Some of you are nurses, okay? I feel that energy. I felt that here with the Star, and I feel that here with the Empress. So there's something coming. You're dealing with Virgo maybe. Okay, but there's something you're creating, all right? And there's new love. Some of you guys are pregnant, and there's a child here. But either way, there are cycles coming to the end. Toxic cycles are coming to the end, Taurus, especially when it comes to just people you've been working alongside and certain jobs. But I just see a lot of action being taken, a lot being expressed. Like, these are basically all communication cards. Like, you have at least 3, honestly. Okay, the Queen of Swords, Page of Wands, Queen of Wands. Those are all people to me. You're keeping faith in the future, stability. You're going to start weighing out some of your options, though, Taurus. Okay, remember, this is all about the perfect setting that you may be creating. So, thank you so much, Taurus. I hope you guys go into your season feeling more grounded and stable. If you resonated with this and you would like a personal reading, please check my description box for my email. And you can find my email in... We can talk a little bit more about what we can do to get you a personal. If you have any questions, please comment down below. And other than that, you guys, I hope everything was great in April. I'll talk to you guys more in May, okay? Bye.